Independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and known to keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity. Yo, what's good, YouTube world? What is the deal with everybody? How's everybody feeling on this Sunday evening? You know, it's the one-time man, one-man force, house of flavor of DFW Sports, just a super fan from the Dallas-Fort Worth land, man, holding it down. Y'all see the decor in the background. If you're new to the channel, you see we represent for everybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Metroplex teams going up in here. But today we just got Cowboys talk, man. We're going to go ahead and put the film steady to work. Last time I was trying to, get a little too cute and stuff like that, and NFL bammed and flagged me, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over the all 22, but I'll be watching it, basically, streaming live right now, giving my live reaction over the all 22 that just dropped over the Cowboys and Rams preseason game. So, go ahead and jump into the chat one time. And if you on X, man, follow me at Drewski Selfmade. We always rap about sports, especially down here in the Metroplex. We'll talk about some other things that's going down in the Metroplex, like the Rangers, that's going to be a subject for another day. It's going to be actually tomorrow because I'll be in attendance to the Rangers and Diamondbacks game 1 tomorrow. So go ahead and jump into the chat, man, one time. It's all good. Everything is all lovely. We're going to get into some film steady, I was going to preview a little bit of this, but I was like, you know what, let it be fresh to me. I did, do the game playback yesterday, looking at that part, but now with the all 22, it's going to be about a good hour and a half, watching all this and sharing with y'all what he sees on certain things that's going down. And I can't show y'all the whole thing, but I'm going to show y'all some good things for sure, just as I'm going at it, and we can take this journey off the muscle. So go ahead and join into the chat, especially if you're a Cowboy fan, even if you're a Cowboy hater. This is strictly football Cowboys talk. Even if you want to talk some other football, we can, or the other teams, we can go in there. I do got a poll in the chat. What do y'all, does this first preseason game, if you're a Cowboys fan, does this make you worry? So, go ahead and answer that in the poll right there, man. And as we get going, like I said, we up there, man. We up there. We got it paused, and we gonna go ahead and play. And I'll be looking at it, giving, just watching it right here, talking about what's going on. Basically, it'll be like a live stream of the all 22. Basically, that's something that I'm trying to do more this year, especially with the Cowboy content. Try to go ahead and go dig much more deeper in football season and give a lot more breakdowns going in there. I kind of had this on the plate last year, but last year was so crazy. That finals run for the Mavericks last year, that was a crazy thing. And then it was just all out crazy. We spent a ton of coin. So now we're trying to dial back and just, let's go ahead and just start looking at everything from the bird's eye view perspective. And we're just going to try to do a lot more game streaming the Cowboy nights. I really don't want to live stream the preseason games, because basically my post-game reaction will just be watching the replay and going over everything as it is there. So it's kind of the same thing, and this is basically breaking it down. And then I kind of also want to add us, talking about, hey, let's do a film study of the opponent, that we're getting ready to play. Let's look at their all 22 and have a session right then and there and see what we're looking at and what we're going up against. But you see it in the background in the play right there, man. Basically what I'm going to be doing is basically channeling in and watching this all 22, and I'm just going to give y'all my feedback. I'm not a newsbreaker or analyst or anything like that. He's just been a fan all his life since he done, been born up in here. He's been born in the city of Dallas on top of that. So it's just this is football life around here. This is really how we do. So go ahead and join into the chat if you ain't got nothing else better to do. If you're trying to kill time, kill your insomnia before you have to go take on a Monday before you go to work, go ahead and jump in here. Hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe one time, man. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go ahead and look at it. I just want to show y'all it's real. It's real, but I can't be playing everything for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting y'all know, nah, it's real. It's real. We looking right up at it. We looking right up at it, and I'm just giving y'all what I see. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna be rocking. So this is what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm paying attention to when you see me looking, and I might not be saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking a little bit deeper into the film. Okay, Marquise Bell did break it up, and Maurice Leofau made the first play, but that was credited to Marquise Bell right there, though. First play of the game, run play, run fits are all good. That was probably the first good run defense they had. You see Mozzie up there. Mozzie really got moved out the play. He really didn't make a play. It's really 99. He really made the play right there. 3-back, 1 set. Play action boot that they ran out. Got it all the way across the field right there. All the way across the field right there. I'll go back and look at the film some more, but just to kill time, I'm just getting a good look. Mozzie gets moved out the way. We get a little bit in the face, but Damone Clark just is not. He's not picking up the receiver that's coming up behind him, which really kind of hit him right there. Damone Clark, you got to just have a little bit more awareness. Pocket still clean. They throw to the outside. Andrew Booth does come up and make a tackle, which it seemed like, no, that wasn't Andrew Booth. That was 30. Nothing too much you could do in the front seven right there. Quick pass. Kind of keeping everything in front of us being base-wise. Oh, that was Mitchell. Okay. Undrafted free agent. That was Mitchell out there. Here they come running the ball. Big lane right there, but he gets a good cutback right there. That was a hellacious cutback that was a great cutback. Great cutback. Let's see what went down. Whoever 51 is. 51 came in there and he moved it. What happened is Marquise Bell came in there and he let Drake Stoops hold him up. Let me look at that one more time. He let Drake Stoops hold him up, and there goes the cutback. So let me just show what I'm looking at. Show what we're looking at right here. That's on this play right here. Now, if you look up, it looks like Marquise Bell comes in and fills, but Drake Stoops picks him up, and it's like he's washed out the play. And there goes the cutback lane. You saw that right there? Yeah, come on, Marquise Bell. We got to be better than that. He has all day to throw, and that's a good catch. Just pass rush is just not getting there. And then Marquise Bell kind of gets shooken up. Looking at the front four. He had a clean pocket to throw to. Damone Clark, bro, just I don't know, bro. At least in the first defensive drive. Yeah. See, he bit, and his guy was wide open anyway, but they checked it down. He could have easily threw it to the tight end or the receiver that was coming across, because Damone Clark, his eyes ain't that good. He sunk all the way in. Luckily, Maurice Leofau was right there in the spot to kind of take those away, and he still made the tackle in the flat. He really did 2-3 assignments right there. No pass rush again, and we're burnt. Mitchell, you got burnt right there, buddy. You got burnt. But the pass rush didn't do nothing, though. And we blitz. Now, Maurice Leofau. So let's get a good look at Maurice Leofau. Yeah. He played, like I said, he played possessed. As you saw that right there. Hold on. Bring that back, Turbo. Run that back. You see him lined up right down there. He's going to take on the running back. Look at this. Come here. Get out the way. Now, the D-line ain't doing nothing, but you brought a blitz, and he was able to get that off. Now, Mitchell, he got torched right there. Play action. He really had to dig underneath, but he chose to. Well, he had both dudes open. He had both dudes open. Again, no pass rush. Luckily, he dropped the ball right there, but the front four, when they rushed forward, they did not get home at all. Mozzie, they double team. He just didn't do nothing. Donovan Ezeraku, they chipped him. It's like when he ran into a strong guy, he kind of. Luckily, he dropped that, though. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe anytime. If you a new person joining in, Andrew Booth gets moused. That's actually a perfect pass. That was actually a perfect dime by Stinson Bed. We got a little pass rush right there. Let me look at that one more time. Who was that got in there? 99. Good bull rush right there. Ezeraku got bumped around, though. He got bumped around a little bit. Said we looking at the all 22 right now. This is the Rams in the goal line. They run it again. He cut back right there. Defensive linemen are like pushed to the end zone. Who's pushed to the end zone? They move. Ezeraku did good. He cleaned the pile like he was supposed to. Went down the line of scrimmage. That was pretty decent from him right there. A good job right here by Maurice Leofau on the goal line on the quarterback keeper from Stetson Bennett. He kept it inside, forced it inside. That was a help. Like I said, Maurice Leofau on the first drive, even though they gave up a lot, he was money. He was money that whole first drive. Now they run it. They get right up in there. 93. Who is that? Jay Toa. Tia Toa. He got spun all the way around. 97 came down there, but you don't see none of the linebackers able to field, though. You don't see none of them able to field. And this is just what I mean. Let's just go ahead and look at it. Look at that touchdown play. Let's share it. You see where the linebackers are at. They completely get moved out. It's not like the defensive line ain't got too much space to work with, but Damone Clark runs in there and he gets nothing. That first drive was killer, bro. That first drive was something killer. If you were watching that game and you're like, bro, really that easy? It was that easy? Now we about to get to the first drive of Joe Milton. Oh, he looked better than that. Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to look at it right here. We're going to look at it right here. Penalty on the first kickoff return. So you came in on your first offensive drive, penalty. Something we don't be wanting to be happening. We want the discipline. Ugh, Cropper got butted up on that one. Cropper showed some speed though. Okay. Hold on. A lot of people said this could be the replacement. Let's go. Set your feet. Set your feet. You said, bruh, he's wide open. He's wide open. He's wide open. You didn't even need to get jittery in the pocket. You actually had a good pocket. Look at it. Look at it. You had a good pocket, actually. Ooh, who was that on the pancake? Is that Hoffman? Bro, Hoffman. Run that back, Turbo. Run that back, Turbo. Hoffman putting folks on. Come here. Yeah. Put him on his back. Set your feet, bro. Set your feet. I think you make that and you have great momentum offensively going in that first drive. Hey. Hi. Hey, Celeste. You gonna take a bath? Daughter all up in it. You know, it's all good. Gotta love it. Let's go back to it. Hold on. Run that back, Turbo. See where we at. But yeah, he just need to set his feet. Schoonmaker wide open. Wide open, bro. Wide open. And that set you back. That had you kind of pressing. That was actually good pocket presence, right? Pocket protection. Another good pocket. And you throw another bad ball. You can't throw it to the sideline to Deuce Vaughn. You throw it behind him. Another great pocket right here. Got Lyle Collins up in there. Stonewall. Bro, you had a great pocket. That's probably why I thought you had good pocket work, because you really had good pocket. Third down, you got another good pocket. You had all day, and you threw into a blanket. You threw the dig. Oh, bro, they were ready for that. They were ready for that. A lot of people say, you know, this is going to replace that. I mean, you got your guy open at the sticks. You got Cropper open at the sticks, bro. You got him open at the sticks. Hit him right there. Why did you throw that? And you were late with it, bro. You had Cropper sitting right there in the middle of the field, bro. You could have ran it for all I care, because the middle open wide up. Hell, you could have ran for all I cared. But Cropper is open, wide open in the middle, bro. And you chose to do that. Stop trying to feed Tolbert and just go to who needs to get the football. And basically, you saw right there, that was a bad decision. As we're forced to punt. Here come defense on their second try. Here come the defense on their second try. See what we got. See what we got. Have to get myself right in the chill. They throw it out to the flat. 43 does follow it. Who is that? Hall? Mozzie just, and they went one-on-one with him, and he did nothing. We went one-on-one with him, and he did absolutely nothing. Little penetration from the D-line, but great execution by hitting the gap right there, and that's probably because your linebackers are not feeling right there. Let's look at it. They're like in dime personnel, it looked like. And Maurice Leofow, he was just late. He was late getting to the spot. He was late getting to the spot on that one. Ooh, good feel right there. Who was 38? That was a good feel right there. Coming in on the backside right there, that was a good feel. Mozzie looked like he tired. He don't even want to play no more. Like, I don't see Mozzie get put on his back, but I don't see him making no impact. None. Another handoff. That was a good move. That was a good job by the safety coming in the field right there. They bring it in motion. 27 came to field, but then the lineman came and hit him right there. I mean, it looked like the Rams, their stuff was just way more crisp than what we were trying to do out there. 51 got a good push right there. Good stop right there on that 3rd and short right there. Good stop right there. That was more of the push right there. Who we got? You had 93 up in the middle. 51 blew it all up right there. The wash came down, but Maurice Leofow makes that play. Let's go ahead and show another Maurice Leofow clip. This is 3rd and 1. Let's show the Maurice Leofow clip. Run through Drake Stoops. See, that's what you was supposed to do, Marquise Bell. You run through Drake Stoops and you go make the play. Ain't no way a receiver's supposed to be hemming you up. Look at him. Get out the way. Ooh. Then they go 4th and 1. Yeah. See you last. 4th and 1, the bootleg hit. We couldn't get to the outside. 91 made a good push, but who was that? Wheat. He made a good push. Stetson Bennett just got good enough athleticism to get to the outside. He got enough push, but just a good job by Stetson Bennett right there. Good 4th down call, play decision. Either it's going to be there or he's going to be able to run it. That end is going to have to make that play. As Rocky, I feel, got held right there, and Andrew Booth got lucky because, damn, this dude was wide open and he dropped it. As Rocky, though, to me, he got held on this play by the tight end, and he got illegal hands to the face. I thought it was no pass rush. Let me look back at that one more time. I thought it was no pass rush on that play that he dropped that pass, but kind of going back and looking at it, Mozzie got double teamed. He didn't do nothing. Everybody else it was really Ezra who forced him to move up in the pocket, but we got lucky right there. That was probably the first play I've seen Ezra make something happen right there, and that was when he was on the tight end. 23, you got to be back in that passing lane. Throwing it to the outside, and Drake Stoops. Who is that against Hall? Great outside throw by Stetson Bennett right there. Sometimes you got to give credit to where credit is due. 99 did get pass rush right there. He did get good pass rush. 99 has flashed out a good couple times. So far, these are still the first 2 drives. Oh, you could have got hit with a penalty right there. You got to be careful. He already out of bounds. Play action boot was killing us all day, especially the first 2 drives. And when you can't stop the run, that's normally what happened to you. Hall, I don't know where you was covering. You was supposed to be sitting there kind of being ready for that. I think the defensive play call was actually good on it. We just didn't execute, and here come another run, but we stop it right there. Marquise Bell trying his damnness, but yeah. 51-93. Ezra is just more pass rushing right now, but 93 stuff to play right there. He did stuff to play, and Marquise Bell came and he filled in. Tyrus Wheat is out there playing pretty good too as well. I don't want to say pretty good, but his give a damn is there. Ooh, and we got lucky, but Marquise Bell gets flagged for pass interference. He gets a PI. Think he got surprised. That's a bad matchup anyway. You got a shifty receiver out there against him. Yeah, you had a shifty receiver against him. But I mean, you'll take that over than just getting burnt for the touchdown. So you got to do what you got to do. He playing out there safety. They're more playing dime personnel. Stetson Bennett misses that pass. Yeah, they're mostly in that dime personnel that what'd he say? You got mad about Dan Quinn doing this, kind of looked like that same defense they were playing. Against the personnel that the Rams bring out and all that type of stuff, you're probably going to have to do that. A lot of 4 receivers, 3 receivers, that type stuff. They throw the receiver screen and we make the play, but we couldn't hold on to him. Who is 47? 47, you got to hold on to him. You had him right there. You got to hold on to him. He gets a chance at linebacker. You got to make that play. That's a receiver. You got to make that play. And then Bell, when you coming up behind him, you got to make the play too. He really broke through 3 of y'all. And Corbin runs it in for an end zone. We getting pushed. Who's on the D-line? Okay. We really got pushed right there. They look tired anyway. Pushed right up the gap. 93 got pushed all the way back. He got pushed all the way back out the play. He got pushed all the way up out the play. Boys say he got pushed all the way up out the play. Oh, that's not 93. That was 98. He got turned. Somebody else got drove all the way. And that the first 2 drives, if you were watching, you're like, bro, there's no way. There's no way. No way. This is what y'all gonna be presenting, but my main concern was the depth of this team. They had a lot of guys not suit up. Come on now. Both teams were like that, but the Cowboys more in particular. But as you saw, they were on their heels just because they really couldn't stop the run. And then right when they started stopping the run, here came the play action boots. The linebackers just didn't look as disciplined. The linebackers that we threw out there didn't seem to be as disciplined. That's what I'm kind of seeing right now. Okay, here comes the next drive by Joe Milton. Receiver. Basically, receiver screen, and Tolbert did nothing. This dude is like 6'3", and he out in the open field trying to, man, go run him over. Go run him over. So that's basically a wasted down. You better off trying to run the damn football. Better off trying to run the damn football. And we get a pre-snap penalty. We threw a screen, and it didn't go nowhere. Nate Thomas was out there. He didn't do too bad. Nate Thomas, at the first drive, he was holding folk up for sure. Offensive line in general in the first drive actually did their thing, but then they got a pre-snap penalty. Now that you're playing from behind, they threw a blitz. That should have been a flag roughing the passer on Joe Milton, because whoever the blitzer was came in there and hit Joe Milton below his knees. That should have been a flag right there. Just look at it. That should have been a flag right there to extend the drive. Let's look at it. That should have been a flag to end the drive right here. Come on, dog. That's a flag, bro. That should be a flag, bro. Tell me that's not a flag. Bro, he hit him right. Come on now. You hit him at his knees, my guy. That should have extended the drive nonetheless. Now, I'm not looking for a cop-out, but I'm just saying, come on now. That was well below. Come on now. What you doing? Had to punt it away as the offense does nothing. Said we just film watching. Just film watching. Cowboys back on defense. I think this is kind of where we felt they start to get themselves in. Running back really took the wrong hole right there, but he ran into a wall. Defensive line stood up right there. Mozzie just comes off the ball slow, bro. He came over and made the play, but he just it's just everything's slow with him. They run a draw. We kind of overrun it. Who's that? Izaraku. He kind of overran that one. They ran a stun on a draw. Either that or he cut back in. One of the two. He cut back in good. It's just I don't know what it made it look like it was a stun or he read it. He read draw good. Now no pass rush here. He was held. Great catch by Drake Stoops right there. You couldn't get no pass rush right there. Hey. They tried to get the pass rush. This is where they're basically in their own territory. Just trying to look at the pass rush as well, seeing how they're what they hitting for. You got a pocket. See, clean pocket to throw right in the middle of the field. So it's our linebacker spot. You know, our eyes at the linebacker spot is just kind of, for the guys that we got out there. Now they run it. He slips and falls, luckily. See what happened. Did we at least close it up? I think we got tired of Drake Stoops blocking us. Childress, come on. You had your chance to come up in there and play better now. And now it's just a lot of the reserve guys, you know what I'm saying? Play action. This time we're on them on the play action. That was by far the best defense of play that we did against their play action. Boot. 51 sees it coming. Wheat sees it coming. This time they're home and they really forced the issue. That was a great play by them too. Great play by them too. This time we try to run a stunt. We get a little bit, but then we get pancakes. Stetson Bennett basically held the ball all day, but great coverage. Great coverage downfield. Now, we talk about them. Let's run that back, Turbo. We talk about them, the defense got ate up, but at least on this play, they held their end of the bargain right here. Try to run a stunt, but we get put in the ground, but really kind of everywhere. He does kind of have two receivers that break open late, but, good job by the coach. Yeah, you got to give him at least one chance to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So for all as bad as they, kind of showed to be, everything's taken away the initial moment. You have good coverage right there. Now it's just a rollout. You got somebody in his face. Good job to still stay with the receivers, plaster the receiver. That was a great rep by the DBs right there. That was a great rep. That was. We kind of get put on the ground right there, but we get back up and we keep playing. Tyrus Reed got back up and kept playing, and he made that play, but great coverage by the DBs right there. That was a great rep by them right there, which forced the punt. So that was a good defense, staying right there. Oh, the ball bounced in against us. Looked like it was going out, but bounced back in. Tolbert, you had room to make that. Yeah. And you still caught a flag. How? Made him repunt it. And what happened? He punted the hell out of that, though. Here come Tolbert. And then you run it. You get a little momentum going right there, and it's another flag. Some that just killed these boys. The flags, man. Flags kill them. Now you're getting ready to see if the offense can get a little more. This is where, okay, we haven't been running the football. Now let's let Joe Milton come in here and get something going by his legs. So, here come the next offensive series, but the penalty sets them back behind the 30. It was actually a decent return by Jalen Tolbert. That was probably his best play of the game. Joe Milton on the read keeper gives a mean stiff arm. I mean, that was a mean stiff arm. They played the run good stiff arm because that was the only guy that could make the play. He was there, but you mushed him into the dirt. 3-by-1, right? Deuce Vaughn gets his straight zone play. Lead to the outside right there. Nate Thomas, bro. Nate Thomas, for the most part, was getting in front of folk. Oh. 2 tight ends set right here. This is who that got Fairweather in there. Ooh, good move, Deuce Vaughn right there. But it's coming back. We get a penalty. That was good. That was good little footwork right there from Deuce Vaughn. That was probably his best play of the game right there. Out of his carries. Good job to make a man miss in the hole. Good move. We got called right there. I mean, you wouldn't have made that move had old boy not been holding. 77 got it. Yeah. Luckily, he did hell because you would have got stopped right in your tracks. Yeah. Yeah. Schoonmaker almost kind of got away with a hold right there as well. Like I said, we just looking at I'm just looking at the all 22, and I'll end up looking at it again. I'm just going over everything, and now we give up a sack right here. Who is that? Adeniji? Ew, that didn't look good. That didn't look good. Dude got underneath him. Dude got completely underneath him. Got underneath him and just went straight at Joe Milton. Nothing too much Joe Milton could do right there. Pocket broke down because of the Dingy. He got underneath him. Yeah, you trying to bear hug. He just got underneath you and just made his move, bro. But Joe Milton, for the most part, bro, he didn't flinch too much, bro. His accuracy is just not good. But hopefully that comes with time. You believe too much in the strength of your arm, bro. Like, gotta trust the play. Screenplay, it went nowhere. They tried to get Cropper involved, but it got nowhere. Zadiki Charles kind of getting moved out there. Another play. This time Adeniji, he held up, and this is the play where Dez Bryant got hit by the damn referee. But I see why he said touchdown. This was a hellacious pocket right here. Great protection right here. Great route, too. And great protection. This is the pass to Mingo that CeeDee Lamb got hit on the sideline for. Good job to kick out Adeniji. He kicked out, and he gave him all type. Like I said, his Joe Milton pocket presence was good right there. He trusts the pocket. Pocket was real good, actually. Osm Richards is out there now. They're trying to get a look at him and Nate Thomas. But the pocket is good. The pocket is good. Now, who is that? Siddiqui Charles? Who was that? Siddiqui Charles that basically, after a while, gave it up. But other than that, the pocket was good. The pocket was good. Oh, get it out your hand. Oh, boy, you got Luke Schoonmaker. You got to throw that in the dirt. You got a flag up off of it, though. But you got to throw that in the dirt. There was nothing that the Rams were all over that. They were making audibles, trying to get in the right play. You kind of had fair weather actually across the middle. Let me look at that one more time. No, you didn't. The linebacker, he slipped. The linebacker slipped, but he was in position to make the play. Now, your post play was going to be wide up, but the linebacker was dead in his face. Yeah, by the time he got to the outside hash, the linebacker was dead in his face. He made the right read. It's time Phil Maffa for no gain. Rams just look a little bit prepared. They knew that play was coming more than anything, trying to look at the offensive line, see Siddiqui Charles, he held his own. Adeniji, he's not doing too bad. Like I said, defensive end got up under his pads one time that I saw. Ooh, Joe Milton stood in the pocket. You had your check down wide open, bro. Bro, you had Phil Maffa wide open. The corner blitz is coming that way. Somebody is open. Not only that, you had Cropper wide open in the middle of the field. Come on, Joe Milton. What you looking at? Let's look at it. What you looking at, Joe Milton? What you looking at? Bro, you got Phil Maffa in the flat, and then you got Cropper coming in the middle of the field, bro. Like, for real. You should have instantly threw it to the running back. But then you had the middle of the field open, but you should have threw it to Phil Maffa to the outside, bro. Come on now. That's where the pressure was coming from. Boom, you had him wide open, but you had, like I said, you see Cropper pop out in the middle of the field right there? You see that? He pop open right in the middle of the field. You had two options. You had two options right there, bro. So it was actually a good play call of what they had, what you were going against. I mean, Cropper's wide open. Phil Maffa's wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Come on now. Then you sit back and drop, and then you throw I don't know what you was throwing to Mingo, but then it was defensive holding, pass interference, one of the two. He was all over our back, but damn. You looking a little shaky right here, but I give him credit. He still stood up in there. Phil Maffa gets a good run right there. I don't know why I thought Phil Maffa was bigger. Good job by TJ Bass. TJ Bass and Hoffman up there doing work. TJ Bass and Hoffman up there doing work. Doing work. Who? Was that Osm Richards? Boy, Osm Richards put somebody on their backside. Who is zero? All right. Osm Richards. Come here. Y'all know how I feel about Osm Richards, bro. I've been saying. You know what I mean? I've been saying for a minute. Stay in there running again. Oh, yeah, but now we not lined up right. Now we not lined up right. Lord, have mercy. You're too far in the backfield, Osm Richards. Right when I want to brag on you, you're too far in the backfield. You're too far in the backfield. Even on that play, Schoonmaker was wide open. Why did you throw it? Why did you throw that? So now that sets us back. Then we get a great run play just for Osm Richards to have another pre-snap penalty. But I want to look at the run play nonetheless. I do want to look at that run play nonetheless. That was a good run right there by Phil Maffa. I want to see who was the guys that basically led it open right there. Hoffman gets his block. Bass comes and gets his seal, and it ran wide open. Great job. Boy, TJ Bass ain't lost it. Got Sadiki Charles right there, and then you got Sadiki Charles gets to the next level, gets right in front of the linebacker. It all worked out. That was a great run rep by the offensive line right there. Let me see it one more time. Let me see it one more time. Bass comes through, gets his guy. Then you make a man miss him to that second level. Get on that level. But it got called back. And then Joe Milton almost throws a pick six. Like I said, the interception that you did throw was actually it was a bad decision, but it was a great play by the DB nonetheless. But outside of that, you should have threw 3 picks today. That was right in the DB hands. I believe this is like 3rd and forever now. 3rd and goal from the 20. Just give it to Phil Maffa. And he still got a good tote right there. Boy, you run way too high. You run way too high. And that's kind of my problem with Phil Maffa. Like, man, bro, you kind of running way too high. Way too high. But that was a good run, though. I mean, that they're not trying to give up anything and stuff like that, but still good run. Man, Hoffman and TJ Bass, Osm Richards, Sadiki Charles, this group right here wasn't too bad. Good job to kick him out, Sadiki Charles, right there. That lineup was not bad. I like that offensive lineup right there, the offensive line group that they had right there. They did some work for sure. But even the first unit out there did some work. You had Joe Milton had good time with Nate Thomas being out there at the left tackle spot as well. He had good amount of time to be throwing the football. He just inaccurate as fuck. Like I said, I'm just over here looking at the all 22, getting my first look at it. In the week, we'll keep on looking. We'll probably look at it a couple more times, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week when I get a chance, stuff like that. But it's my chance to get a good look of see what's really going down up in here. And this is something I'm trying to do all football season, y'all. So if you want some other Cowboy content, just coming from a fan's perspective, you know what I'm saying? One of the fans that, you know, I'm not saying I'm a more fan than anybody else, but this is my, you know, where I'm from. So I kind of hold it dear to heart. So you want another channel like that. And then sometimes we try to get in the trenches as well. So, but we don't know about giving Jerry that much money this year. You know what I'm saying? For my birthday, we'll make it happen against the Giants. That's kind of what I'm looking at against the Giants. We'll try to do something. But outside of that, I look to be giving my raw emotion to y'all while we streaming, looking at the games and stuff like that. Going back, looking at the all 22. So we do get the field goal. We're back on defense. That was a good job to come in. Who was that? Childress? That Childress who came in and blew that play up like that? It was. Childress didn't play too bad. Now, like I said, you're just playing with nothing but reserves, and Stetson Bennett lets us off the hook as he trips and falls. We'll take that, though. We need that. We need that. '92 got up in there. What's I can't say his name. I don't want to butcher his name, but kind of slow off the ball, but he's not getting moved. Somebody got buried. Was that Ezaraku? Did he get buried right there? No, that was Tyrus Reed who got buried. They run a stun. He got flat out buried. But we do play it good. 47 played the ball real good on the play action boot. And the defense forces the stop. As you see, they get off the field. Oh, let's look at it. As they get off the field right there. They're trying to get the sails up underneath them. 95. That was a good stunt. You came right in. Yeah, that was just a good stunt to go ahead and get pressure on the quarterback right there. Force the fourth down. So the defense, after the first two drives, it seemed like they tried to want to start figuring some things out. This time, Tober, it's not Tober. Who was that? Crawford back there. Lets the punt go out. Like I said, I felt like I should have been doing this a lot last year. But some days I would be watching the film and falling asleep because I'll be doing it late at night and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, just do the live stream and look at it. Good job by the Cowboys to hurry up, but Deuce Vaughn gets stood up. Came out the huddle quick. I'm glad they got lined up and didn't have a flag right there, but that was good. It's still good blocking by Hoffman right there. They moved it. It's just, Deuce Vaughn couldn't do nothing with it. Empty set. Bring Deuce Vaughn in motion. And he throws a great pass to Jalen Brooks right there. Jalen Brooks made his opportunity well. So now that's a good plan to throw. That you're gonna have to run some of the stuff that Tennessee ran. This is what a play looked like what Josh Heupel and Tennessee ran. I swear to God, that looked like a Tennessee ran play by Josh Heupel and them. That's probably what you're gonna have to do to his skill set right there, because he was real confident with that and he was on the money with it. On the money with it. Look, boom, set, bang. That's their type of offenses that they run in colleges, and that's probably what he's going to be more comfortable with. Went empty, brought him in motion, and just look at his pocket presence with this throw. Looks it off, pat, boom, get rid of it. It wasn't a bullet, it was a nice one. He has it in him, but you might have to make it more of his style. You know what I'm saying? I'll just show y'all another play, because like I said, I'm not trying to get bam. NFL be like, I'm suspending you live. Hold on, man. I'm suspending you live. Good play right there. Back on the center. Joe Milton a lot on the center. Something he didn't really do in Tennessee. Play action boot. Gets rid of it. Who was that? Neville right there with the catch right there. How y'all feel that Neville and Fairweather did? With them two in the combination right here, they go two tight ends. I think they did pretty good. Sadiki Charles did a good job of kicking his defensive tackle out right there. Looked like they got a new tackle who is number 69. They still got Hoffman and Bass in there, Osm Richards, but 69 is now the tackle. Great catch, Jalen Brooks. I don't see how we had two receivers in the same spot, but this is one good play, Joe Milton did a decent job of trying to get out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Getting out the pocket, finding what's going on, and, let's look at it. Jalen Brooks made the most of his opportunity. Good job by Phil. Who is that? Phil Maffa with the blitz pickup right there. Good job by Phil Maffa. He picks his guy up. Joe Milton, he feels it. He moves to the left. I don't know why we had two receivers in one spot, but good pickup right there, Phil Maffa. And that's a good throw right there. Like I said, I don't get too receivers being in the same spot. But hold on, bro. That was a good play right there. Phil Maffa, good job right there. Osm Richards is out there just holding his own, bro. Like he holding his guy all the way up. 41 wasn't getting nothing. And then, like I said, Phil Maffa came in there, gave the quarterback extra time. Look at Phil Maffa, got him out the club. And that's a dart. That's a dart right there. That's a dart. Now, like I said, he still need to work on his accuracy and all that stuff. Trust me, we know this. But, bro, there was what I will say about Joe Milton. He battled. He battled. And this is who's that? Flanoy. Then he bounced back with the play with Flanoy. As much as it started bad, bro, he still grinded. He battled. Got rid of it. There you go. Great play, Flanoy, right there to stay in bounds and keep toting. Great job. You see, as he's starting to go up rhythm, he started catching rhythm. Up tempo, he started catching rhythm. Jalen Brooks was even coming open, but you spreading it out right there. Spreading it out right there. Sitting at the 25. Hand it off. Don't get nothing out of that. Boy, Sadiki Charles looked tired. He looked tired, boss. He buffing out there. Bro, Hoffman, bro. I see why a lot of people want to fight him. He got nastiness. That boy got he played nasty. Under center again, Joe Milton, and they handed off to Cropper. Great cut up the middle right there, Cropper. Great job to make something happen. You saw that they were taking away the outside, and you did exactly with no hesitation, just get upfield. The defense end took it up. You got straight upfield. Defense end still made the play, but you got straight upfield. Cropper looked like, hey. Play action. Give it off. Throw it to Neville. They're on it. And it's 4th down. See if he could have kept the ball right there or something like that. What's going on in the offensive line right here? They had an extra dude coming off the outside. They had it really, wasn't too much he could do right there. But now they're going for it on 4th down. And Joe Milton is under center. QB sneak. Yep. And he slipped and fell. He couldn't even quarterback sneak right. Hold on, man. Hold on. What happened right here, man? What happened? My man couldn't even. Why your foot going so far back anyway? I have no idea, bro. Like, you're just trying to get less than a yard, bro, and you're moving your foot that far back there. Come on now. We can't be having that, bro. We can't have that. Man. Sitting on the 15. Motion out empty. Sit in the pocket, great pocket, and you overthrow Flanoy. Oh my gosh, great play call. So we don't want to say is it the offensive scheme? Nah, you was just very wildly, inconsistently inaccurate, my guy. That's all that was. It's there. The money is there. You got to cash in. 27 sitting there. I can't stand DBs that do that. Look at the pocket. They pick up the TEN stunt. Zadiki, he was in there, but come on, bro. You got to have that. You have got to have that. Gotta have it, man. Got to have it. Oh, they come with the blitz and another great play call. You run the screen right there. You did see a lot of screens in this game. Some you didn't really see with, McCarthy being in there. But great play call. They really came with the blitz, and they had something ready for it. I think Phil Maffa, you cut that back. You're getting the first down. You cut that back. You cut that back. Yeah. Good spin move, Cropper. No, that should have been a flag right there, bro. The refs were tripping, bro. First you hit Joe Milton. You know what I'm saying, below his knees. Don't call it. The dude jump into the pile way late after the play is over. Come on, refs. These drives should have been extended a good couple times. Great job showing toughness right there, Cropper. Oh, never mind. I see what happened. Hoffman ass. They should have threw a flag on Hoffman. I take that back. The way Marshawn Lynch said, what'd he say? I was going to say, why your ankles is that ashy? But the way you just disrespected them bricks, I take it back. Yeah, that was Hoffman. Of course, when I say Hoffman always in the mix. That man nasty, man. Maffa and Holman, what's good, Gabriel? Maffa and Holman had solid rookie debuts. I agree with you. Hoffman got a lot of Maffa got a lot of run. Holden, for the most part, it just all depended on our quarterback situation. But I agree with you right there. I agree with you. Maffa showed me why they liked him and drafted him. I believe now we're coming into the second half. Good move, Cropper. What do y'all think about Cropper on special teams, y'all? Therefore, Turpin is a good weapon on special teams, but what do y'all think about that? Because Cropper actually came out there and, you know what I'm saying? This is a good return right here. For him to stay on the roster and do something like that, and you could probably, keep Turpin a little bit more fresh. But Turpin, we know with these type of rules, he's going to eat. Ooh, good move. Good move, Cropper. Let's see. Joe Milton back in action. Let's see if you can carry some of that rhythm that y'all. Good run, Phil Maffa. Good blocking. Good blocking right there. We moving up field right there. Okay, O-line. Offense run blocking. Offensive line, from the most part, what I'm seeing did way better than I thought. Way better than I thought. Let's just look at the first play, the first big run play we get. Run it back, Turbo. Sadiki Jones, whoever 69 is, he mauling. He mauled right there. 69 mauled right there. Sadiki Jones, I don't know why I keep calling him. Nah, 69 getting up field. Yeah. Just show y'all next play real quick before they try to suspend me. Good job to make a move right there. Now just look to get out of bounds, bro. Preserve yourself. Got 79 and look like you getting more different offensive linemen, a combination, especially at the tackle spot. You saw they rolled a lot of tackles out there. They rolled a good combination of tackles out there, but 69 at the right tackle spot. From what I've seen going so far, he's holding it down. Phil Maffa. Sadiki Charles, my bad. Sadiki Charles is actually, he damn near played the whole game. He ain't do too bad neither. But we know with TJ Bass and Hoffman up there, they're going to hold firm, bro. They're holding firm. Their offensive line depth is actually still pretty good. It's the tackle situation that you're worried about. But y'all know how I feel about Ozzie Richards. Nate Thomas didn't do too bad. We'll see when we do against the Ravens. See, this was great pocket presence by Joe Milton right here. To me, this was one where I was like, man, his pocket presence wasn't too bad. Now, Let me see this other view before I say anything else. So the tight end kind of gets Joe Milton flushed, but Joe Milton, his pocket presence was not bad. His pocket work wasn't bad. That still was kind of a bad decision to throw it down the field like that in the double coverage like that. He just threw. But if you're going to throw that, use your arm talent right there to throw that boy to the back pile of the end zone. But as you see, he gets pressure coming to the outside. The tight end can't hold it. But look how he step up in the pocket. He actually set his feet, but you got to bomb that basically to the back pile line. You know what I'm saying? Hellacious pick by the DB, but I like his pocket work right here. He feels it. Resets. I think you can just bad decision. If you're gonna throw that, throw it to the back pile line. You know what I'm saying? But the pocket work was good. I like the pocket work. Stetson Bennett escapes to the outside. See what deep. Tyrus Wheat was coming in that boy like a wrecking ball. But other than that, you're not getting no pass rush, though. For the most part. Don't tell me y'all going to have to be a blitzing team. Ooh. Well, you got ran over 38. But 95, you played tough right there in the middle. The shed block, you threw your guy up off you. Get off me. Linebackers got to fill in there, but we're only playing one linebacker, so the safety's got to come in and play. That's the other Clark right there. Watch out behind you. That play action boot was killing us. Childress does make the play, but that it was killing us. Got to be disciplined with your eyes. Got to be disciplined. He had a couple good ways. He went check down with that one. This defensive line group is not really getting no pressure. Oh, you got a little pressure right there. And and that's where we get the interception from Israel Mukuamu. Now, this is what I kept saying, bro. Like, those first two drives, defensive line wasn't helping the secondary at all. Now, the secondary was getting toasted. They was getting toasted, but defensive line wasn't really getting home doing anything. But here on this interception by Israel Mukuamu, you can thank the defensive pass rush right here. Who is that? Somebody on the outside forced him up. Made him throw a bad pass right there. So who was that? 53, whoever 53 was. 53 basically forced this. Gets underneath him, made him force up in the pocket, not be able to set his feet and throw. The pass rush and the coverage go hand in hand, bro. They go hand in hand. If you can at least get the quarterback off his spot, you can do some things. And that's what 53 did right here. Get underneath him. Bennett feels it. He steps up. Only he could have set his feet and made a better throw, actually. But hellacious play by Mukuamu right there. That's the length and range of him right there. That settles in. Good pocket all day from Milton, and you overthrow it. Good Lord, man. Come on, man. Let's go back to it. Y'all know I got to show y'all. Milton had time to throw. O-line held up. Milton just got to be more perfect, and this is exactly what you're about to look at right here. This is exactly what you're about to look at. Exactly what you're about to look at. Like, bro, you have the time. We know you got the arm talent, bro, but come on, man. Your dude is wide open. Great pocket. Dude is wide open, and you, come on, how do you overthrow? Bro, Lenoir got to be pissed. he would have probably had the best game of the as a Cowboy had Milton just been on target, bro. Why? Come on, Milton. You can't do that, bro. Come on now, bro. You can't do that, man. Yeesh. Phil Maffa on the outside. Keep taking it to the outside. You should have kept. If you kept running, you kept it to the outside. You probably would have got another yard and a half, maybe two, right there. You can't be running away from DBs like that, bro. Phil Mafia. I've seen a couple of your film from Clemson, and I'm a Florida State fan, so hold on, bro. No, you can run harder than that. Ah, what was that? And on top of that, Flournoy came open wide underneath the middle. Okay, I see he was trying to get it to Kelly right there. Let's look at it one more time. Let's look at that one more time. If Kelly is quicker to look at it, I see where you're going, but bro, you didn't need to force that. Flournoy is open right as check down, bro. But then again, I'm looking at it. If that was where you were going, you made another piss poor throw. That's really all it is. Because looking at the top view, it's like, I don't know. But then you look at when they get in the trenches of it, it's like, you never know. He might have the right idea. Just maybe Kelly wasn't ready for it, or it's just inaccurate. But you can hit Flournoy underneath, bro. Though we need a first down, but shit. Take what the defense give you. You tried to force it in there. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, bro, it might have been a good decision. It was just a bad throw. The theme of Joe Milton this film session is, bro, like, there's some things that, there's some things I can see what they were liking that you did, but bro, good Lord. Good Lord, my brother. Oh, he dropped it. They got lucky. That bounced right back into their hands. He said, we wasn't going to do nothing with it anyway. Gotta get a little bit more physical. Gotta get a little bit more physical. Who was 93? They double teamed him. He did turn it, but your linebackers is not there. I don't know where the linebackers is. I ain't know where the linebackers were. And that's something that's scary. Oh, there you go, 47. Great play right there. That was a great play right there. Great rep right there. Great rep right there. Playing some linebacker finally. You see it coming. You see it coming. Squeeze through there. There you go. Great job. Great job. 53 too is to extend the play and force it back inside and bring it to your help. Great job. 53. 53 actually. He ain't played too bad. Good job to get it to that. Force it back inside. There you go. Great job, 47. Great job. Give up a big gash right there. Big gash. Oh my gosh. Who is 20? Oh my goodness. You talk about the defensive line, but then you look again. But then a lot of this had to be dime formation. But I mean, linebackers are getting put on their ass too. Just look at the linebacker. Or this is the nickelback. He get put on his ass. Childress had to come in there. But good Lord, look how wide we is. They look very Dan Quinn defense alike. And they run that boy right up the pike. Look at the backers. Everybody, and they get put on their ass. Good Lord. Get put on their ass. Reverse. We weren't ready for it, and they get a big play out of it. Reverse. Nobody shifts, but they give it right to us. 53 got a little bit too, he got a little bit too happy in there, and he ran right past you. They took advantage of your aggressor. 51 tried to blow the play up. False start. Defensive line trying to cause a little havoc right there. Trying to cause a little havoc. Come on. They weren't set. And that's something that the referees need to be calling when teams be running these motions and all that. Dudes don't even be set, bro. Then they be trying to hike the ball. Nah. Slow your roll, pimpin'. Slow your roll. Good job to stop the run right there. They were ready right there. Good job. Good job to be ready right there. 95 didn't get moved. Good job. Oh, good arm move right there. Good arm move right there. Is that 50 James or something like that? Yeah. That was good rep right there. Wide open. And he still caught it. Although we had our hands on the ball, we had actually the good defensive play. We didn't make it. 50 had his chance to really make a highlight play. James, you had back-to-back plays where you could have really made your money. He had back-to-back plays. He could have made his money. Good job to fill in right there. 40. Who is that? Childress? Was that Childress who came in and hit Drake Stoops right there? Know the play, go and read and react. Childress didn't do too bad out here neither. I like what Childress is, what he's able to do. Ooh, you got scared. Ooh, 86, you got scared. That was a good throw by Stetson Bennett. It was actually a good decision. He just got scared. 47 must have been coming through there hollering, because he got scared and dropped that pitch. Who got drove all the way downfield? $47. He drove all the way downfield, but the Cowboys defense held on that. The defense started playing a little bit much more better, bro. In that toward that, once they came out in that second half, damn show middle to the bottom third quarter going on, they started playing a little bit much more better. Only give up 3. Childress, though, that undrafted free agent guy, he's actually, he done popped out a good couple times here on the film. Coming damn near down to the last quarter of the film session. Like I said, I plan to do this all season long, y'all. Basically, when the all 22 drop after the games, I plan to just do a solid session over that. And then later in the week, I plan to do a solid session over who we're going to play. They're all 22, so we can all just get a look at the enemy behind the line. So, like I said, I want to show y'all mostly the whole film session, but the way the NFL acted on me yesterday, they will shut my shit down. Now, I don't want no quarrels with them like that. Joe Milton still in the mix. Play action boot. Read it. Good throw and catch right there. That's Kelly right there. What y'all think about Kelly, the receiver right there? What's that, Kelly? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like, what he got out there, getting to the line quick, snap the ball, another play action boot, throw it out to Fairweather. You're getting Joe Milton on a little bit on the rhythm. Getting Joe Milton a little bit on the rhythm. Like I said, I know it's preseason action. Y'all ain't trying to this stuff. This stuff will be better when it's during the weekend. And if they play more on Sundays, then it'll probably drop on Monday. So trying to look forward to that. Phil Maffa with the tote. Don't go too much where you got to block better on the outside right there. You got to block better on the outside right there, Jalen Brooks. For every opportunity you got in the passing game, you got to do better right there on the run out, in the run block. You just have no touch pass right there. Tried to throw it. He tried to throw a touch pass to, your boy Flournoy down the sideline, and it just didn't happen. He has no touch. He has no touch. But like I said, Joe Milton did battle, and he still grinded. Right there was his pocket presence right there. That was actually a great play by Joe Milton right there. Offensive line held up, the tight end Neville just basically gave up everything right there, but good pocket presence to do something and get to the first down marker. Just look at it. Look, hey, good job to make a move right there. But the offensive line, bro, the offensive line as a unit, looking over this tape, bro, they held it down, bro. They really did. Slid the protection to the everything was there. Tight end, you just got to do a better job, my guy. Got to do a better job, my guy. Ooh, good kind of run play right there. Good run play right there. I just don't see they gotta be running a lot of dime defense because it's like, bro, I'm seeing like one linebacker. We're dropping safeties in there, and the linebacker is getting the offensive lineman is getting on the second level on these linebackers. Yeah, it looked like we back in the nickel. It looked like we ran a lot of dime, bro. No pass rush right there. No pass rush. It's Tyrus Reed, 95, 93, 51. Has all day to throw. He had two options. I don't know if Israel McQuamu was supposed to drop back a little bit more, but that window was wide open. Giving up too many yards right now. Giving up too many yards. We got two linebackers in there. What's going on? What's going on? They make the motion. They bring it back to y'all. Y'all play it right there. James, you got to make that tackle right there. 50, you got to make that tackle right there, bro. That play was right there, made for you to. It was there for you to be made. Now we're just getting pushed down the field. Now, good Lord. We're just getting pushed all the way down the field. You look tired, but damn. Just getting pushed down the field. Getting pushed off the line of scrimmage for damn sure. And I see what Schottenheimer is talking about pad level. Y'all getting pushed down the field because y'all jumping straight up as a defensive line. Y'all not running through the offensive line. Y'all jump straight up to the offensive line. That's a difference. It's kind of what I'm noticing. Y'all knocking each other down and shit. Play action boot is just killing y'all. That Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur offense, y'all can't stop it. Y'all can't stop it. Ugh. Good job and come back and hit him 53. He just hurt his ankle doing it. He just hurt his ankle doing it. Like I said, I know y'all ain't into the preseason, but we looking at the tape. We'll look at it a little bit more this week as well. But I plan to be, football season. We plan to hold it down for this football season, good or bad. But I want to watch my experience of watching the tape with y'all. So high snap and they still get it off, and great job to read it. Just getting gashed now. They're just basically trying to run out the clock. And we're still getting gashed. Now they drop back to pass, wide open for the touchdown. Who had the running back right there? If we're playing dime, somebody had. Okay, so it's still nickel with the two linebackers. Who had the running back? Okay, James, you basically have to funnel it in. You overplayed it and you allowed the inside to happen. So, with them backup linebackers, we got to find our way to do something. You know what I'm saying? We got to really find our way to do something. What up, Daniel? What's good now? What is good? Appreciate you stopping by, man. I'm in the middle of this film session right now. You know what I'm saying? We almost to the end of it anyway. Watching the Cowboys basically get slacked. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Good to see you, man. Especially joining in the chat, passing by. Appreciate it. What do y'all think about this Kelly dude, though? They even put him at return. You know what I'm saying? They even put him at the return spot. They even put him back there. His size, he actually moved pretty fast too. So Joe Milton's still in the game. This is before you get that funny bone. Great pocket. Damn near threw it in the dirt. And that's our guy, Trayshawn Holden. Finally gets a play right there, but this was a great pocket. 79 in there. Hoffman and Bass, they show that. But Siddiqui Charles, he did his thing too, bro. This is another clip of Siddiqui Charles up here. Let's see. Great pocket, and Trayshawn Holden got his first reception as well. Great pocket. Throw it in there. Great pocket. Look at the offensive line protection. Offensive line had a hellacious game. I'm looking back at it. Offensive line. Bro, we know what Hoffman can do, but Siddiqui Charles was actually in there holding firm, bro. He held very firm up in there. Phil Moffa still toting that boy, not going down easy. Oh, no, that wasn't. This is the return of Malik Davis, who basically probably had the best game as a Cowboy. Ran in that boy hard. Look at him toting his feet. Keep him chopping. Didn't even go down. Great run right there. He didn't get them many yards, but that's a tough run. Ooh, you threaded a needle right there. It's a fair weather right there. But you got the arm strength to do that. And that's something to be nervous about, because you'll try to throw it in. Shit, you stared it down and waited too long. You got to look it off and then throw it quick so your tight end can protect itself. But you got it there. He did get it there. Ooh, you got him wide open. Who is that? Trayshawn Holden? Yes, sir. Got him wide open. Another great job by the offensive lineman giving protection. It's Trayshawn Holden second catch. Bring him over here. Yeah. See if they paying attention. Protection, step up into it. Got him. Huh. Huh. Trayshawn Holden, I see why they like him too. But great pocket. Look at the pocket again. Look at the offensive lineman. Okay, no Zadiki Charles in there. Now they got Azam Richards at guard. 69 is out there holding his thing. He out there doing his thing out there. Still great pocket. Approaching red zone territory. 20-yard line. Sit back, throw. You got him. You had a great play, but pre-snap penalty. Don't tell me this was because of Azam Richards. Again, you're at the guard situation. What is you doing? But they ended up giving moved back. That could have been a good play for him. That could have been a good play for him right there, bro. But you get a pre-snap penalty, and this is something I'm trying to say, bro. Joe Milton, yes, he struggled. I'm not going to take that away. And it's just more of his accuracy is where he struggled. But at the same time, bro, there was some things that I'm like, okay, I see what they like about him. But this right here, bro, come on. That was probably his money throw right there. But unfortunately, we get a pre-snap penalty, illegal procedure penalty, whatever. But it cost us. He's seen exactly what was going on. Now, maybe because the whistle blown, the linebacker doesn't make that play, or he goes to make that play, but still, for every time you try to get something good going, you're getting a penalty going. So, saw way too many penalties this game. Damn sure on the offense. Joe Milton, you didn't even need to run to the outside like that, and you got your funny bone hit right there. Had you ran inside, you would have got way more yards right here. Yeah, you cut that up inside, you get way many more yards. Good run, Malik. Back there trying to look like Z. So I'll show y'all what I'm looking at. We'll look at these couple plays real quick. Getting toward the end. This is where the defensive end comes all the way up the field. But I'm like, bro, you didn't even have to run to the outside. You could have ran inside and really got way more yardage. You know what I'm saying? But your check down was open. You could have threw it to Malik Davis still on that play because he was floating to the middle of the end zone. And then here we go, Malik. Great block right there by Azam Richards. Great block. Look at Azam Richards calling it out. Silly, turn your back to him. There you go. Great job, Bass, to get upfield on the linebacker. And great job to see it, Malik. Great job to see it. Handed to Malik again. Oh, he lost his footing, but he gets it back, and he knows, look, don't be dancing. Get upfield. What do you like Azam Richards more at tackle or at guard? There ain't going to be no need for him to be at guard unless you put him at right guard. But what you got in TJ Bass and Hoffman, I believe one of them can play the spot if you're not going to be comfortable in Tyler Booker. We get stood up right here. If you're not comfortable in Tyler Booker, then yeah. You can either put Hoffman or Bass right there, either or. So I think they have plenty of options to put at least at the right guard position. Tackle is another thing. Like I said, Nate Thomas, I like his size. He actually did pretty good. Azam Richards he's a workhorse, bro. You can put him really anywhere on that offensive line. He's really going to be serviceable, in my opinion. I think they do have options, and then you picked up Lyle Collins. So their depth is still what I'm taking away from this preseason game right here. They don't have that type of depth on the defensive side, but on the offensive line, they have some depth. They got depth. Touchdown, great throw. Now that's a good touch pass right there. And see, like I said, for as much bad as you saw, you still got some good right there out of Joe Milton. Now, it ain't good enough to say y'all going to just flat out, replace Dak Prescott with him. But I'm saying, for it the way it looked, I'm looking at him, I'm like, I see what they like about him. He just got to fix his and his accuracy is more about his throwing power. Now, he had the running back wide open right there, and he forced this one. But you see how you forced it? You threw it to the back pile line, to the sideline. You threw it where it couldn't be in harm's way. That's how you throw that thing. That's how you throw that thing. Let's look at it one more time. That's how you throw that thing, bro. That's how you throw it. Phil Maffa was open on the check down. But still, that's a dart. That's a dart. I like it. And I like the confidence too. And this is what I mean by Joe Milton still battled. He still grinded in the game. Bruh, his accuracy is terrible. I know it. But that's just because he don't know how to control his arm power. But I see what they are liking in him. I really do. And this is the 2-point conversion. Money, wide open, easy. Easy. And he had all day to throw it. And he had all day to throw that thing. That's because you're getting protection from Hoffman kind of got beat right there. 79 kind of got beat right there, but that was a good throw to Kelly right there. So you're looking at the receiver depth. A lot of people been high on Trayshawn Holden. Kelly don't look too bad. Jalen Brooks, I think we know what we got with him. Jalen Tolbert, as far as and then we go bad right there. Come on, Childress. You got to make that special teams play. But Tolbert, looking at the film, there's Trayshawn Holden, Jalen Brooks, hell, even Mingo. To me, they look like they can all be above Jalen Tolbert, bro. That's just me. That's just me. And we get gashed. Oh, my goodness. Then we got ran over. Ooh, Lord. Look at the defense. Tyrus, we played damn near the whole game. Moved us in motion. The linebacker. Come on, James. You take the wrong gap. You got to get into the outside to feel it. Funnel it back inside, my guy. Straight dive play, and they get a just great hesitation. Oh, my goodness. After 39 got ran over, he wanted no parts. Let's just look at this 2-play sequence. Can we do that for a quick second? Let's look at this 2-play sequence. Let's just look at it, bro. 39 got ran over, and the second time he came up face-to-face with the back, he didn't want nothing. Boom, he got trucked right there. But it's not his fault. The running back is down there with a head full of steam. Couldn't nobody slow him down. You look at James, you look at 50 right here. To me, it looked like he picked the wrong gap to be trying to fill in. You need to be sitting up to the outside. He got patient and ran right to that gap. Your defensive back, he paid dearly for it. Now, look at the next play. 39 had to make that tackle. Look at this next play. Here he come again. He didn't want none. 39 didn't want none. He did not want none. He got dropped, and then he had his chance to make a play again, and he did not want none. His feet all of a sudden stopped working when he got up to him. Come on now. But that's the second time you see linebackers basically not playing where they need to play at too. Because when the running back is untouched down the field like that, come on. That's not all on him. Now, I was on this case. They ran right back at him, and he made the play. But that just shows you y'all giving up way too much. Defensive line starting to get moved, but your linebackers just don't know where to be. They don't know where to be. Film session almost about over. We coming down to the end of it. All right, good play right there. And I'm telling you, you're gonna need Osa. You're gonna need Solomon Thomas. You're gonna need Dante Fowler. You're gonna need Michael Parsons. You're gonna need Marshawn Nealon. You're gonna need these guys. You're gonna need these guys because you can't generate pressure the way y'all, with this defensive line. You give up a touchdown right there. Play action boot was killing us all game. And they kept running it at the right times. They got DBs that can play interchangeable parts like Childress. But at the same time, see, we not disciplined and we lose our guy out the backfield and they put up another touchdown. When I'm looking at the tape, it's saying that the offensive line is the depth on this offensive line is the strongest suit of this team. Straight up. The offensive line is the strength of the team. That's where their depth is. Coming to the end. We coming to the end. Like I said, for the new people that chiming in, getting a couple views, man, like I said, we do a lot of things for DFW Sports. We just don't do Cowboys. We do everything. You see the decor in the background, but as football season is getting closer and, my Rangers are just basically all but out, turning it up a notch on football for sure. So as we look at I would get a lot of film sessions and I'm going to share my film session with y'all. Come on, Jalen Brooks. You got to hold on to that. Jalen. We had two receivers run into each other as well. But see, that's a bad pass right there by Joe Milton. You threw it too high. You need to throw it right in his numbers. But we did have two dudes run into each other on this play. We did have two dudes run into each other on this play. But at the same time, Joe Milton, bro, throw it in his numbers. Why are you throwing it up so high? You had a great pocket, too. You throw that up so high. Come on now. Throw that in his chest. See, you saw them both run into each other, Neville and Jalen Brooks. But damn, you throw that in his chest, that's an easy play. Instead, you got him crushed. Great run, Zeke. I mean, my bad. He looked like Zeke, but Malik, him wearing that 21, boy, he kind of, for some reason, he kind of looked like Ezekiel Elliott back there. Hold on. Oh, great job, 79 to get upfield right there. Malik Davis 8, bro. He 8. Offensive line did pretty good. Looking back at the all 22, and there's another run. Let's get his back-to-back runs real quick. Malik, bruh, hey, he looked like Zeke in that boy. Let me see if I can rewind it real quick. Great toe right here. So let's get a couple looks of Malik Davis toting the rock. Great job by the offensive line. Great job by 79 to get upfield and at least get on the linebacker. And then Malik Davis does the rest. See Osm Richards out there calling everything. Great move. And here goes another one. Great job, boy. Malik Davis, bro. He ain't trying to, he said this spot need to be here. Got more offensive linemen in there. Great job to follow it, Malik. Great job to follow that. Is that Lyle Collins right there? Boy, he looks slim as fuck. Lyle Collins looks slim as hell. He looked like he glad to be out there though. Bro, you done lost a lot of weight. But it's cool. It's cool. So now you got Bass, Hoffman, Richards, Lyle Collins, and who is 79? Lyle Collins ended up jumping off sides. Nah. Now we do have Will Greer in for the offense, and he damn near fumbled the snap. Everybody say he can run the offense better, bro. He came in and damn near fumbled the snap. But Malik Davis has another great run right here. He basically made the whole play. That could have been disastrous, but he makes the play. Bobbling the snap. Give it to me. Let's go. There you go. Bro, he looked like Zeke in number 21 uniform, bro. I'm not going to lie. This looked like a renowned new Malik Davis right here. Great job, Osm Richards, to kick him out, though. Great job, Osm Richards. I told y'all, bro. I've been high on Osm Richards. I really have. I've been high on him. Will Greer sees it and he runs. See, this time he ran inside. Now, I do not understand why you slid in front of the first down marker, bro. That I don't know. You almost fumbled the snap. Then you slid short of the first down marker. Hold on, y'all. Nah, we do have a backup quarterback competition. But you also got to see what Will Greer do too as well. Lee Davis runs up the middle. This is basically where Cowboys are basically about to get that next touchdown, that next to last touchdown, and then the game basically ends. So still looking at a little bit more. Like I said, I plan to do a lot of more film sessions. When I'm watching film, man, I'll just kick it with y'all, man. You know, instead of me trying to watch it all time late night, it'd be kind of like, it'd be just kind of hard because I'd be like, you know, kind of zone off and shit like that. Great screenplay by Phil Maffa right there. So instead, I'm going to just kick the session, watching film session with y'all like a live stream, basically. Ugh. Going, it's not empty, but it's like 4 wide, but you got, you know, tight end in there. But they spread them out like it's wide. Let's go, Will Greer. What you got? And he throws it to the back pile line. No flag. Kelly couldn't get to it. Good idea. And like I said, if you're going to throw it to the back pile line, throw it close to the sideline, you know, throw it out of harm's way. That's what you need to do. Need to do that. And then 33 get up there. Man, bro, you didn't do shit. Forwards. Throw it to the check down. Come on. Come on. Bad snap, but Will Greer still got it. Bro, you had Flanoy across the middle too, bro, but he took the check down, but Flanoy was open across the middle as well, bro. Y'all not looking at the middle of the field. What's going on? What are y'all being taught? Will Greer steps up in the pocket, and this is where he gets his, there you go. Good pump fake. Good play by Joe Milton, though. I mean, not Joe Milton, by Will Greer. Can't take nothing away from him. It was actually a bad snap. It was a bad snap. He ended up corralling it, and he made something happen. So I got to give him his props where it's due. Bad snap to the ground, keeps his eyes up, runs into the pocket because he actually had decent protection. It's just messed up snap, and he stuck with it. And look at the fans, you know, they happy for it. Let's see what broke down on the offensive line, if it was that or it's just play breaks down. 79 basically got pushed back, but you see he ran to the right side of the offensive line that was holding it all the way up, and great job by Will Greer to keep his poise. And he makes the play. Hopefully the NFL don't ban me like that. Even if they do, it's all good. I still watch film session with y'all. Probably have to chop it down in a video form. And it's already 10:30. It's about over anyway. Y'all know once we scored that touchdown, it was basically coming to the end of it anyway. So yeah, so every time the all 22 drop, we'll go ahead and do a live stream, watch basically a film watch stream. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I plan to do the football season all year this year. So y'all kick it with me, you know what I'm saying? Because, later on in the week, we'll be ended up talking about all DFW sports. And when I mention the Cowboys, it'll be easy to keep y'all along of, how I'm feeling of what we're going to be talking about, especially when we talk our weekly shows every Wednesday. For sure. We'll do, like, Wednesdays is for, like, all things that's going on DFW sports. But outside of Wednesday, just like, subscribe. Y'all see some lives that'll be scheduled. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna get my live scheduled for the Rangers and Diamondbacks game 1 post game, getting ready because we'll be in the building in Globe Life Field for sure for that game. So y'all check into that. Tuesday we'll probably be off, and Wednesday we'll rap about everything in the DFW sports, talk about some Dallas Wings as well, Texas Rangers, and some more Dallas Cowboy talk as they get ready to play Baltimore, and then we'll try to look at that what's going forward. Should I do a review session of the Ravens coming up in the preseason game? Should I do that? Y'all let me know in the chat, or if not, hit me up on, X or whatever. Hit the Gmail up or whatever, and we'll see what we gonna do about that. For sure. As it's coming to the end of the game, they're just running the football, trying to run the clock out. 39, boy. You a free safety, but you look more like a corner. Kwamu had to play a lot in the slot as well. And in the box, boy, but these other corners, 37 got, man. He got put on. Tyrus Wheat, is that his name? He played a lot of snaps. I'm not going to say he was terrible, but his motor was pretty good today. 51 was decent. 93, it wasn't too bad. 53 was pretty decent at the defensive end spot. Maurice Leofau was basically your best defensive player. He shined all the way out through here. Childress playing at safety. I like his size. He just looks a little raw, but let's see if you can keep getting some more things from him. Kwamu, of course, he did his thing. Shows that he should be able to be one of those corners out there. Your linebacker spot, the depth, you still got to check that right there. But Maurice Leofau, he was basically your best defensive player out here. If I had to take a running mate inside of that, I don't want to say Childress. 53 was pretty decent. 93, Jay Toe, he was He wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much of the defense line that was really doing that, really jumped out and flashed to me anyway. And the linebackers kind of suffered from it as well. But Maurice Leofau, of course, we know about him. We can see that he can play. Offensively, I want to give credit to the offensive line. They actually played a stellar game right here, man. For real. We need more penetration in the run game, deep penetration and explosion. That's a lot of penetration you're using right there, my guy. Shriveled sack. For you to name it shriveled sack, and you talk about a lot of penetration right there, my guy. But you're right, though. I mean, the run game, they actually did good, bro. They didn't do too terrible once they started running the football. Offensive line, I think, did better than what probably people will probably give them. But, I mean, their deep passing plays that they were trying to do, well, more penetration in the run game, their defensive line it looked like they just tried to do everything vanilla, everything with 4, just the defensive lineman, and that's not going to cut it. Not with that group out there, but I feel you on the penetrate. That'll hopefully help your linebackers actually see the gaps a little bit better, but I don't think the linebackers played their gaps that good, outside of Maurice Leofau. What up, little CJ? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Your Chiefs play your boys this Thursday. Should we hit that game? I don't know about giving Jerry all that money, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Appreciate you for swinging by for the chat, man. We just had a live session of going over the all 22 of the preseason, you know what I'm saying? Rams and Cowboys. I plan to be doing this a lot here during the football season. So we're going to really get up and do some things for the Cowboys for sure this year. We're going to actually dig in deep. Last year, I was watching the film too, but I wasn't watching it like I should. But now, when I watch it, I'm going to just go ahead and create a live stream to basically kick it and watch it with y'all. So that's how we doing it, man. That's how we doing it, man. I hope all y'all appreciated the live film session that we went on ahead and broke down for you. You know, like I said, my takeaways is the offensive line combination that basically the strength of your team is the depth of this offensive line. I think you still got to figure out what you're going to do at left tackle, but you know, Nate Thomas, they'll see what they can do with him. Osm Richards is always a key right there. If you're looking at the right guard situation, I mean, Osm Richards can play that too, but then you got TJ Bass and Hoffman right there. I think they like them too. That part can be good. It's just about that left tackle until Tyler Guyton comes back. But the strength of this team is clearly on the offensive line. That is where the depth is. Receiver-wise, I see what they liked in Trayshawn Holden. It's possible that they can do some things with this receiving group. Some dudes might just have to fall off. Jalen Tolbert talked about, but you know, I like Cropper, and I think Cropper can probably do some things with Turpin back there in the return game. So I like that as well for Cropper. Flanoy, I think he could have had a better game today if just Joe Milton was more accurate. Joe Milton, like I said, that's probably the biggest knock on him. You would probably it was some decisions that you know you kind of scratched your head on looking at, but at the same time, like I said, as bad as it started and as bad as it looked at times, for the most part, he still battled back and he still grinded and he showed some flashes and traits of what people are liking about him. But he's gonna have to have way much more. That the running back situation, Phil Maffa, I see what they like in him. Maybe he runs a little bit too high with his pass, but he is a rookie. I like what he's doing. Malik Davis shows that he can contribute on this roster. Who else we got that we looked up off of there? Like I said, I like what they did with the awesome offensive line. Siddiqui Charles, he actually had a real good game on the offensive line, as well as Osm Richards. And then whoever 69 is, he was good at the right tackle spot as well. Lyle Collins, will he even make it out of camp? We'll have to find out about that for sure. For sure. He said, I was on the live yesterday. I was just watching because I was on the game. You know what? I need to get my Twitch up so I can get on the game as well and just be fucking around, you know what I'm saying, and doing stuff like that, bro. So, yeah, you know, I need to do the same thing, bro. But I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Like I said, it's football season is up. You already know when basketball season come around, we'll switch right into that and get on the Mavericks. You already know how it goes down. So, man, appreciate you for the one time, man. It's almost 11 o'clock. I plan to be doing a lot of this. Like I said, y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know if I should. Wednesday night, I'm going to drop a poll. I see we do have the polls in there. How do people feel about how do everybody feel about this preseason game? This is first preseason game. Where are you? We got a few votes. 78% say no, it's just the preseason. And 22% say yes, the depth is a question mark. So, you know, you got a little bit going in there, but most people don't see it as anything like that. A lot of people there was a lot of people that didn't play for the Cowboys in this preseason game. So they had a lot of people that held out. So, y'all, you can't say too much about that. But Joe Milton, like I said, his accuracy was bad. But there were some things that he did in there that was decent enough where you see, okay, I see why y'all like him and stuff like that. But Will Greer, I think a lot of people like him as well. But if you're gonna, it's just some things they're gonna have to give more to the reign of Joe Milton to see what that can happen. But Malik Davis, he should be on this squad for sure. This is what I see. Facts. You seen the Washington Commandos get smoked by the Patriots, man, bro. And it's like the Patriots took this serious because they might not get that in the regular season. But I'm not the one to hear to tell. Shout out to my man Mikey Two Guns, who is a Patriot guy. I don't know. But like I said, it is preseason. A lot of people ain't playing, a lot of people. But I did see that. For sure. Ooh, this was a fun live, man. So you know what? We're gonna do a lot of this. You look for the film sessions to come out after every game. And like I said, Wednesday, I'm gonna hold a poll. Should we do film session over the opponents, all 22, when we get ready to play them? You know what I'm saying? To give y'all something to look at and see what we're gonna do. But man, that's about my time, man. Let me get up off this, man, because your boy got to get up to work and try to get there early, and he gonna be all scraggedy and stuff like that. But he don't want that to happen. So let me get to bed, man. It's been fun talking to y'all, man, and actually doing a live session like this. I actually like watching film like this. This is actually fire. So big salute to everybody in the chat for damn show. Appreciate y'all for spending time with me. For all my people who love football and damn show, my Cowboy fans. Appreciate y'all for giving a little bit to a lot of bit of y'all time on a Sunday evening as y'all get ready for the Monday grind to set off the week. Man, how you do anything is how you do everything, man. So set the tone for the week. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be going to the Rangers game. So we'll be going live from Globe Life Field, game 1 of Diamondbacks and Rangers. And then Wednesday we'll be jumping live talking all DFW sports. And like I said, depending on what the polls say, we'll see how we feel about going ahead. And it's preseason, so I don't know what he's supposed to be looking at. You don't even know who's going to be playing. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what that does. And if we do drop some, it'll probably be on Thursday or Friday. I know the Rangers will be off, and that'll probably be a good time for me to actually get on the game. So let's see how that run. But to the meantime, man, I'll check in with y'all, man. You know the slogan, man. Do everything with love because love always wins. With that, that's the law. And with all that said, I'm out, y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow live from Globe Life Field after game 1 of the Rangers and Diamondbacks. So like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. I'll holler at y'all on the next.
Self-made, independent, ho, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and known to keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.